Hello, welcome to my very rough around the edges makeup tutorial. I did not have a proper setup or all of my things laid out nicely, but I figure if I don't start just making these, I never am going to actually make them, and I definitely want to have them for you kids. So here I'm just putting on some moisturizer to get my face nice and tacky and ready to put the makeup on. There is some heckling going on, as is customary in our household. Next, I am just putting on some concealer in all of the spots that wrinkle up a lot, which is underneath the eyes and on the sides of my nose.
It just doesn't look right. Oh my gosh.
Now I am using a foundation brush to apply my foundation. I actually have to mix 3 different kinds of foundation to get it just right for my skin, so it might take some experimentation. I also have to change foundations whenever it's summer because we go to the pool a lot and I end up getting a slightly darker shade of pale. So don't be afraid to mix things up. Next, I put on a powder. This is a setting powder, and I just love it. It sets everything, takes away that glossy look, and makes everything look so nice and matte and finished. I leave it on there and then just wipe it off very gently after a few seconds. Next, I am going in with my contour palette. I'm using the darkest color to go along the sides of my cheeks. I do the sides of my face, underneath my chin. I also like to do underneath my nose and on the sides of my nose and really just carve out the shape. Next, with the same palette, I am using the light color to go underneath and on top of the dark color that I put on, just to really highlight it and make it stand out. I also always highlight my chin and my whole nose and on my forehead. Next, I am putting some more highlight right there on my cheeks, and then going in with my shimmery highlight and doing it right there on my cheeks, just aiming upward so it looks like it's lifting the face. It's so shiny. I also have to get the tip of my nose in right above my lips.
I have not used this before. Ooh, this might be a little scary. It's like a gel.
Because I shaved, so I have to use aftershave.
That's so dark. Oh no, that's not blonde. This is supposed to be blonde.
What kind of blonde person is that going for?
Oh no. Okay.
I could save this. I know.
All right.
Want me to lick your eyebrow?
No, I don't want you to lick it. Where's the other pencil? Please be lighter. Because this is also in blonde. I feel so lied to. Can you open this? I gotta make the other one match.
Okay, scratch the last 15 minutes of that video.
This is gonna need a lot of editing. Okay, that looks more blonde.
So you want to test that on me first?
That looks okay.
That looks blonde.
Oh my gosh, they're so dark.
I ended up wiping them
Yeah.
off with my cellar water, which I cannot recommend enough. It is a fantastic cleanser and super cheap. And I also think it'd be a good time to go ahead and say, don't worry about messing up. You're gonna mess up, and that's the fun thing. You can take stuff back off, you can go back and add more in later. It's just a fun experience. Also, when I do my eyebrows, I measure from the corners of my nose for the starts, and then for the tails, I go from the corner of my eyes. Keep in mind that they are sisters and not twins. After I'm done, I'd like to just go back with my sponge and just kind of buff out any hard edges around my eyebrows so that they just look a little bit more natural. Next, I'm grabbing some eyeshadow primer to get my lids ready for all that nice pigment. I have 2 palettes. I usually rotate between them with an odd one thrown in every now and then. Definitely you should invest in one expensive palette and some really nice brushes. They last a long time and it really does make a difference. The only thing I can tell you that doesn't make a difference that I cannot recommend you buy is just get the eyeliner from the drugstore. It all does the same stuff. So I've just taken the transition shade, which I like to use kind of pinks or reds. If you don't put the transition shade, it just ends up looking a bit blotchy. It doesn't blend as smoothly. So get that transition shade in there. And then I'm going in with my darkest shade. And this time it is this brown. And I'm just putting that into the corners. And once that's blended in, I'm going in with my lid color, which is a really pretty shimmery gold. And now just finishing off with a white in the corner of my eye, just for brightness and make you look so awake. And I'm also using that same white to curve out my eyebrows. I ended up not loving how the brown looked, so I got some gold to put on top of it and just blended it out a little bit more, made it a little lighter. Now just fixing up the corners with a sponge. And now moving on to lips. If you have a lip scrub, that's ideal. That always looks the best if you're going to put on some lip color. Because my eyelashes are blonde, I have to put on eyeliner, so I'm just sticking some on my upper lid and then on my waterline at the bottom. Next, throwing on mascara, I do the top and bottom lids. Putting on some lip color, and the look is done. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, and I sincerely hope by the time that you girls are old enough to watch this and do your own makeup that this will still be relevant and it won't be like ages in the past and no good anymore. But that's all for this time. See you next time. Bye!
And you ready to go?